Good morning, everyone. It is Baby Friday.
Baby Friday.
It is, yes, it is the 9th of September. We are coming off the heels of a pretty good day yesterday, I think, from that debate that we held. What do you think?
Well, I don't
Want to
know.
debate?
I mean,
Want to debate about the debate?
The debate about the debate? Well, it is my position that the debate went off without a hitch.
And I too agree with politician Heidi, or bylaw officer Heidi, that yesterday went off without a hitch, and we'd like to thank all our candidates again.
Yes.
And our viewers. We had a lot of viewers yesterday and comments, and I really liked the part where we included the community and they came in with their videos. And
I think that was fantastic. Very powerful. I also liked, yes.
I know.
I was not expecting that dinging. Good morning, everyone. I am now awake.
Pick up dingies.
Well, ding.
Yes.
Always calling it ding.
I also really, I have not, moderated, if that's the word, a debate before. And thank you to you for doing the majority of that, so I could just kind of do this.
You stop. The housing question was on point.
Well, yes, I'm living the housing question, even as we speak. Do you know that a house went up on the market the other day, okay?
Yeah.
And this is a true story. So I got
here in the Sioux. We're sticking with the Sioux, right?
This is in the Sioux.
All right.
So I did get the tip. I called the listing agent within 20 minutes.
I heard this.
Got my appointment for the next day, okay, at 7:45 at night, okay? So we're talking like less than 24 hours. Do you know that yesterday at 2:30, the listing agent called me and said, so you're supposed to see the house tonight at 7:45. I have to let you know there are in this moment 4 competing offers. So essentially, if I wasn't prepared to make an offer in the area of $275,000, which is really
chump change. I think it's under your butt.
There was really no point in attending. So yes, the question is on point, continues to be on point, because I think I am in an increasingly growing demographic.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Absolutely. We're going to talk a little bit more about the success of yesterday, as well as the candidate's success. Let's be honest. We could talk about you and I all day long, but just kidding. We'll come back to that. We have lots of news to catch up on. As you know, yesterday we didn't do the news, so before we start that, let's see our weather specialist extraordinaire, Craigers Huckabee. Come on, Craig, what do you got for us today?
Well, I can tell you that we're finally starting to see some improvement in our forecast, partially anyway. We do have some clouds that are going to stick around today, and they could give us a isolated shower or two, but other than that, we are starting to see a clearing pattern, so we'll talk about that in just a bit. Right now, let's take a look outside. We'll show you what your day is looking like right now. We did start off with a good amount of sun. We are seeing those clouds kind of roll in now, but at least we're not going to have all-day drizzle like we did yesterday, and we are going to start to dry out somewhat if we miss those isolated showers, so fingers crossed. Let's take a look at your 12-hour forecast for today. So we had sun. We're starting to see those clouds roll in now. Temperature's kind of cool though, at only 11 degrees. We're only going to hit 16 degrees today, so that's well off the mark where we should be. And again, we could see some clouds and we could see some isolated showers, and eventually we'll see that full clear happening later on this evening, leaving us with a really good looking Friday. We'll talk about that in the 3-day forecast coming up. Right now, let's send it back to Heidi and Colette.
It was. Thank you, Craig.
Wow. Craig, appreciate that. I'm looking forward to that weekend. And
well, we didn't declare Baby Friday.
Baby Friday. I said Baby Friday.
Did you?
Yes, I did. Yesterday I thought it was Thursday. Big surprise.
Wow, we skipped Monday. We skipped Monday. So actually, probably yesterday at about 3:30, it was Baby Friday.
Yeah.
Yep.
The hoodie is because a coffee decided to like my shirt this morning, and I didn't have time to change, so I apologize for the Michael Kors hoodie. International Mom Hoodie Day, because it's the first day of school.
That's
so
right.
I hope everybody's babies got off well to the school bus.
And for those of you in the 2 schools that my daughters attend who do not have that ability to drop off at a pre-9 o'clock time. It's coming. Hold on. Hold on.
I'm already sick of making lunches, Heidi. I'm already sick of making lunches.
They won't eat them anyway, so it really doesn't matter.
No, they won't. But skipping over to some news, let's get this rocking. At approximately 9 p.m. or 3 p.m., readers notified Sue Online of a multitude of police vehicles at a home in the west end of the city.
Okay.
Upon arrival in the general area of Farwell Terrace, not too far. Farwell Terrace and Second Line West, there was a home surrounded by multiple police units, including VESU. Okay, hang on a minute. I mean, I live here. I did not see this.
Well,
It was in deep Schnoozeville after the debate. There was no public safety concern with regards to this incident, and no further information in regards to this matter is anticipated.
Yes.
So, yes. Thank you to Lincoln for
Better than
updating
no.
it. Better than nothing happened. So, yeah, heavy police presence, nothing more than that. And apparently we're not going to get any more than that, so. Brought to you by on TV.
That's right. Okay. So we'll keep you updated if there's an update. But we do have an update on the local situation with regards to COVID. Overnight, Algoma Public Health did confirm 2 new cases of COVID-19, both from Sault Ste. Marie area. So we are now looking at cases 435 and 436. Algoma Public Health is also advising the public of a potential exposure to COVID-19 for anyone who traveled on the following flights on September the 6th, 2021. So we are now looking at Delta flight number 5458 from from Detroit to Toronto. Passengers who sat in rows 5 through 12, as well as flight crew who served these rows, should contact their local public health unit for further information. Also looking at Air Canada Flight 8323 from Toronto to Sault Ste. Marie.
Oh, shoot.
Passengers who sat in rows 10 through 17, as well as flight crew who served these rows, should contact their public health unit for further information. Anyone who flew on these flights, because we talked about this, right? You can isolate a row, but keeping in mind that the air within the airplanes is recycled. Anyone who flew on these flights are asked to follow public health guidance, self-monitor for signs and symptoms of COVID-19 for 10 days from public exposure, okay? So once again, these flights were identified as having occurred on September the 6th. So self-monitor for signs and symptoms of COVID-19 until a minimum of September the 16th. Self-isolate immediately if symptoms develop, and seek testing if symptoms do occur. So both cases are said to be self-isolating. Exposure category international travel for case number 435, number 436. What is it, Colette?
Unknown.
Yes, yes. So Algoma regions with COVID-19 cases reported in the past 14 days do include Sault Ste. Marie area, North Algoma, as well as Central and East Algoma.
Well, awesome sauce. So, you know, On TV did host this amazing debate yesterday, and we had several viewers. And thank you again for joining us. We're going to go back over that, I think, because there were a lot of questions that were posted in the comments section. Very intelligent, great questions to ask.
Absolutely.
That we couldn't really get our time to. That was an hour and a half yesterday, and we did section off into those 3 pieces where, you know, we'll ask questions, community questions, and then the candidates were allowed to ask each other questions. And it went off really well, and unfortunately we didn't have any more time other than the hour and a half allotted. However, last night was the first, the French debate with 5 leaders in attendance, which is a pivotal debate for the campaign moving forward, as well as tonight's English version. Last night in attendance there was Justin Trudeau, Aaron O'Toole, as well as Jagmeet Singh, who was in the house. I was going to say in the house in attendance.
In the house.
In the house. Yves François Blanchet, and the Green Party leader, Annemarie Paul. So they just talked about healthcare, they talked about the environment, they talked about vaccinations.
All right.
Jagmeet is one heck of a politician. I just want to point that out. I don't know.
He was ripping it up on the TikTok over the summer, like.
Yeah, he is
really
a really
dynamic,
fantastic politician. I'm not talking about the parties or anything at all. I'm just saying, as a politician, I feel like he is a
pretty snazzy dancer too.
He is a snazzy dancer. I believe that should be a prerequisite if you want to be an MP. MP, snazzy dancer. So yeah, yesterday theirs went off well too, I guess, if you want to say. But tonight,
Sorry. Sure, you can talk, but can you dance?
Can you do the Macarena? Let me see that chicken dance, because everybody. Yeah, so they have the English version tonight. We are wacky today.
But I digress.
So yeah, they like I said, talk about vaccinations, healthcare, environment, all those wonderful things that we know and love. And September 20th is creeping up. I also want to mention that September 10th, as of September 10th, Elections Canada is going to start mailing out your voter forms. There are ways to vote. It is posted to our website. The air conditioning has kicked on. Happy I wore the hoodie. And yeah, so we are replaying our debate again this weekend at noon. Both Saturday and Sunday. And I hope it helps you pick the right candidate.
You know what? My allergies again are.
We are going to run to a commercial. We'll be right back. Not because Heidi has allergies, but because Mike whispered in my ear to do so. So we'll be right back after this break.
Family owned and operated, A.G. Quinnell Well Drilling has been serving Sault Ste. Marie and surrounding area since 1968. For a free estimate, call 705-779-3909. A.G. Quinnell Well Drilling, available for all your water needs. 1944, Second Line West, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. A.G. Quinnell Well Drilling. Call 705-779-3909 for a free estimate today. First Local, supported by Tenaris Algoma Tubes. Kickstart your career. Tenaris is rapidly growing in Sault Ste. Marie and looking for individuals interested in rewarding production and technician roles. If you are ready for a progressive career opportunity with benefits in advanced manufacturing, then please send your resume to resumes@tenaris.com.
First Local, supported by The Refinery, the leader in women's fitness and transformations. 624 Wellington Street West in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Call 705-255-8895 for more information.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and double shots coming in now.
Well, welcome back to First Local Mornings on this scintillating edition of Baby Friday. Kids are back to school today. You know, some very worthy tips that I always try to keep in mind, particularly if you have children who are, you know, maybe starting JK or SK or in the lower elementary grades. Little things like, you know, make sure that the containers that you put in their lunch, they're able to navigate on their own. Like just little things like that, you know. Use, you know, bust out your reusable packaging, because all of the schools are working really hard to reduce the footprint. You know, make sure you've put their names, you know, on tags, on their shoes. Oh, don't get started on shoes. You know, because I saw the feeding frenzy last night at Walmart, and I'm going to tell you, there's going to be about 437 pairs of pink Velcro shoes. So, and it happens.
I should have got Dante a pair though.
What?
Just kidding, Dante. Just kidding. Well, no, last night he's like, I said, okay, what's for lunch? I would like hot soup. Okay, I like making sandwiches, and I use like the cookie cutters. I do the poop emoji. I do have a poop emoji cookie cutters. So I cut sandwiches. So every day he doesn't know what type of animal he's getting. This morning he got hot soup, so whatever. So it begins, and tomorrow's a PA day, so good for them.
I'm not sure if I'm more impressed that you cut your sandwiches in shapes or that your kid actually eats them.
I don't know if he eats them. Once they leave the house, they are not in my hands. I don't know.
It's that Hail Mary, I made it.
Yeah, get out.
Eat it or don't. Okay.
Okay, we have 5 minutes.
All right.
Hey, Mike, we just want to do our own show today now.
Don't you know it's the most wonderful time of the year?
It's the most wonderful time.
If I want to babble on, I should be allowed to babble on.
Yeah,
whatever.
Well, guess what? Why don't you talk about the lotto?
Okay.
Because this is your favorite.
That's right. I am going to start buying lottery tickets, I promise.
No, she's
I was talking with Primary Control Kevin and saying that my biggest problem is that every time I buy a ticket, I always get that frisson of excitement.
Yes, yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, this is the winner.
You're spending it. You're spending it.
And then you start mentally spending the money. And so when somebody wins it, you're like, you're spending my money. Why are you doing that? Ridiculous. Anyway, nobody's spending my money in this moment because nobody won this past Tuesday. Okay. All right, so the jackpot, and it was, $25 million. Oh,
I'm sure you could spend that, no problem.
Oh, I could spend it. I could spend that before I even got out of bed. So, What?
Amazon and booking.
Amazon. I once bought a truck right from my living room on my cell phone.
I was thinking you'd buy me and you a vacation.
Well, yeah. Well, we got to get to Costa Rica. And where has he been? Anyways, Costa Rica, where are you? All right. Jackpot for the next draw on September 10th will be at an estimated $31 million. So I'm buying my ticket. Nobody else need to buy the ticket because I know I'm going to get the winning one and I'm going to spend it all before I get out of bed the next day.
And there you go. Yesterday was a hard day when the candidates would say million, and Heidi and I would look at each other like, those guys were so very unprofessional to do today.
I know, because we had to be so stoic.
Stoic. We were sucked in our cheekbones and everything.
I still had my rebuttal questions. No.
I know we didn't get a chance to go to those.
Well, that was the education piece, but that's fine.
No.
They didn't really answer my question. All right, over to you.
Sorry. Okay, let's
Reminder.
talk a little bit about students heading back to class for safer schools later in this episode of Heidi and Colette. First of all, you will see the interview we did.
The delirium has set in.
Yes, it's totally set in. You know when you hit that 12 o'clock wall, everybody at work? Well, this is our 12 o'clock wall. That's how early we have to get up.
Yes.
Seriously though, Lincoln Loudett, the comms manager for police services, sat with us last week. We did a great interview. He updated us on some new crosswalks in the city for you to be careful of. They don't actually have stop signs. They actually have this flashing yield where the car must stop for the pedestrian, and they are posted in some of the school zones. So please be careful of those. Also, the kilometers for your speed, have them dropped down to 40 in those areas, so make sure you adhere to that.
Yes.
And we will be playing that at the end of the show today. But I just wanted to quickly say, in the 2021-22 school year, Ontario did make adjustments for this semester.
Good.
And they are to return to in-person learning for the full school day. Though there are still some parents or children who chose to work from home, to do school remotely. So teachers that's a difficult task. They're going to be teaching in front and for those behind the lens as well. So learning in classrooms supported by physical distancing.
Yes.
And enhanced cleaning. I'd love to see these kids. I just can't see my Dante lysoling things down all day. Good for you and good luck to the new teacher. Ontario's safer return to school is supported by significant investments. They're continuing to do so. I don't know if you remember when the AODA came in, which is your Accessibility Ontario. They had to make all those changes to the infrastructures of classes, making bathroom sizes larger for wheelchairs and as such. So this is another round, and that does cost a lot of money.
Yes.
When you have to make these adjustments. So, but the provincial government has put that money toward that, so that's great.
Okay.
The kiddies are safe today. They are safe. Now we have to throw to another commercial. Didn't we just come back from one?
Yeah, we did.
Oh my goodness. I'm just
Gotta get
kidding.
back on track.
Okay, when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about TIFF, which is the Toronto International Film Festival, and Sault Ste. Marie and Garden River First Nations are partnering to deliver free energy literacy webinar series, which sounds super cool. We'll be right back to talk about it. Yeah.
First Local, supported by the Canadian Bush Plain Heritage Centre, where adventure takes off. First Local, supported by Gary Chervinsky, Exit Realty, Lake Superior. Buying a home is a big decision, so is choosing the right agent. Call Gary Chervinsky, broker at Exit Realty, Lake Superior, 705-257-5432.
When I found out I had cancer, it was the hardest day of my life. But life is bigger than cancer.
First Local, supported by United Way. Help make your community a better place. Show your local love and donate today.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and
Good morning and welcome back to your Baby Friday edition of First Local Mornings. It is the first day back to school for everybody, I believe. Some children started earlier in the week. Here in Sault Ste. Marie, they are going back today. I understand that Craig is ready to let the kidlets know what they can expect out on recess, where they are allowed to frolic. I believe they are cohortless now in their recess time. So exciting times. Craig, are they going to be cold? Are they going to be hot? Are they going to be,
Sweaty?
Sweaty?
What kind of sweaty?
Yeah, sweaty.
Sweaty what?
And thank you very much. And it looks like we are starting to see some improvement in our forecast today. It only took most of the week. We'll take a look at the satellite and we can see some cloudiness in the area today. This is all kind of ending as we go through the day. Actually, we'll start losing the cloud as that low pressure system kind of as it pulls up all this cloud here. That's the low spinning still that's been sitting around the Great Lakes and around us for the last 4 days. That is now heading out towards the northeast, and we should see some clearing, though there is still a chance that we could see a spotty shower here and there. If we look at the radar, we can show you that there is a couple of cells just popping up here, and again, we could see a very quick passing isolated shower today as we start to clear out. So be mindful of that. We're also going to start continue to be under the northwest winds, so it's going to be a little cooler today. Temperature's not going anywhere close to where we should be. This is Hurricane Larry, and the track it's taking is getting very close to the Canadian east coast, and it looks like it's going to make a beeline for Newfoundland, so definitely watching that. And here's another tropical depression, very active right now in the Gulf of Mexico. We'll take a look now at temperatures for today. 16 degrees. We should be at 20, so we're a little bit off the mark. 16 in Wawa as well. A little warmer in Thunder Bay at 22 degrees, and 14 in Timmins, and 17 in Sudbury. Again, we're all in that broken cloud pattern today. If we look at the systems map, the jet stream is kind of taking a dive here because of this high pressure system that is going to be building in today and into tomorrow, giving us a nice sunny Friday for sure, and temperatures also kind of rebounding a little bit come this weekend. For the next 3 days, this is what we look like. For today, mainly sunny skies this morning. We're going to see some clouds roll in, and again, we could see a passing shower. 16 degrees for your temperature. Winds from the northwest at 20 to 30 kilometers an hour today. For Friday, mainly sunny skies, 20 degrees, so we are bumping up those temperatures nicely to where we should be, and 19 degrees for Saturday. We have another little disturbance coming in for Saturday, giving us some showers and a mix of sun and clouds, so not all that bad. We'll take another look at your weather at the end of the show. Right now, we're sending right back to Heidi and Colette.
Thank you, Craig.
Yes.
I appreciate it. It is definitely hoodie weather.
Yes.
Right? I do like it. I do love my heat, as everybody knows. But, oh, we've disappeared, everybody. We end fade to black and scene. I mean, that's all right.
That's my fault. I hit the wrong button.
He hit the wrong button. Most men often do. So don't worry about it.
Oh.
Heidi, what about the GFL?
GFL is hosting pop-up clinics. COVID-19 pop-up clinics are, of course, occurring across Sault Ste. Marie. You may have seen them here and there. I've seen them in the Walmart parking lot. You never know where those wacky nurses are going to turn up. So they have set up additional walk-in clinics at the GFL Memorial Gardens, offering the Pfizer vaccination. No appointment is needed, and I'm here to tell you that my experience is it's better if you don't have an appointment, but that's a personal comment. Anyway,
right.
Clinic dates and times are as follows, and these dates are, of course, posted to our website. So if I go too quickly, as per my level of caffeination, you can go and check it out on SiouxOnline.com. So clinic dates and times: September 10th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. The 15th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. The 18th, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Well, it's a marathon day that day. September 21st, 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. September 23rd, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Okay.
And starting, I just got to make sure, yeah. So starting September 22nd, individuals 12 years and older in Ontario will need to be fully vaccinated against COVID-19 to access certain businesses and settings. Requiring proof of vaccination in these settings is an important step for encouraging everyone to get fully vaccinated against COVID-19 while reducing your risk of contracting COVID-19 in these settings and helping to produce our community. And of course, we did bring you that information, that date of September the 22nd. Personally, I'm not sure how I feel about that. But this isn't the Heidi show. It's the Heidi. Oh no, it's First Local Mornings. So I won't abuse you with my personal opinions.
Oh, you're not. Well, hey, I got a story for you that you might bring up some of your personal opinions, and I know probably our viewers.
Yes.
So, the city is launching a downtown plaza, as we know. Contentious issue. It has been put out to the public several times for comment. We've had it on our website as a poll. Here is a small little illustration
plaza that nobody
of what
wants.
to look for.
Right.
Exactly, Heidi. The plaza that nobody wants. Well, the city
wants it.
The city is launching a fundraising campaign for the plaza that most people don't want.
No.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And I don't know. I'm going to read the script. So, the city of Sault Ste. Marie is launching this fundraising campaign that offers an opportunity for businesses and citizens to be a part of this.
I gotta take off my sweater.
I know, she's getting hot. Take it off. It's getting hot in here. My God. So take off all your the earrings are coming off.
I just blew an earpiece.
Okay.
Taking off my sweater.
So while Heidi prepares for battle, the opportunity does present businesses and citizens for them to be part of the downtown plaza.
Sorry, guys.
I can't even deal with this. She's gone. Look at her. She's gone. And
yeah.
Too
Sometimes
funny.
that can happen too.
So yesterday we were professional, so today we have to be a little less. I think that's where we're going with this.
Well,
the downtown plaza will be an extraordinary four-season showpiece.
Yes.
With a public gathering place to celebrate, socialize, and have fun. All the things that we do during a pandemic. There are several planned activities.
Yes.
Yeah, she keeps saying. So the downtown plaza is going to include, let's be real, okay? It includes a water fountain.
Okay,
because we all
cool.
like water fountain.
Cool.
A skating rink, because there aren't any of those in the city.
Yes.
But always needed.
Yes.
Play structures, stage and digital screens. Oh, that's cool. Food, drink, and retail opportunities, which is awesome for local businesses. And mobile retail units, gathering areas for residents as well as tourists. There are some ideas for programming that they want to hold here, such as art shows, car shows, festivals.
Okay.
All pandemic positive things.
Yep.
And yoga, Zumba. You want to do Zumba with me? Zumba.
Absolutely. I love Zumba.
Okay, we're done. We're having a date, and then we'll go to the water fountain, and then we'll gather and socialize. But they're having food trucks, so we can go do yoga, lose some calories, and then go fill up. Right?
Yes.
Yes. Join the community in supporting this important initiative. Tax receipts are available for this fundraising event.
Yeah, there we go.
And yes, there it is. And in the plaza addresses a specific need, audience, or seasonal programming.
Okay.
View more details by going to saultestemarie.ca/downtown plazas support to find out more about this fundraiser.
Wow.
Let's throw the commercial in there.
Even though you don't want it, support it. And these important words. Yes.
I was waiting for you to see.
First Local. Supported by Maker North. 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education, prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes.
You don't need a media monkey to make healthy choices. Think for yourself. A message from Concerned Children's Advertisers.
First Local. Supported by Nogda Windeman Family and Community Services. Be an alternative care parent. A child needs you.
First Local, supported by Northern Safety and Training, locally owned and operated. Get your DZ training for only $2,000, tax included. Call 705-987-8460 for more information.
Yeah.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings. I'm awake now, so this is going to get serious really quickly. I want to talk to you in this moment about the upcoming election because I myself have not in this moment received my voter information card. Correspondingly, not just because I haven't, but I don't think Dan had either, so he did reach out to gather some information. So, according to Elections Canada, if you haven't received your voter information card, and that's what it looks like, okay, those little things. If you haven't received it yet, there is really nothing for you to do in this moment.
That's why I haven't received it. My name is not John Doe.
Oh, no.
And I do not live at 123 Main at any town. Ontario.
No. So, but you know, their website, elections.ca, says that September 10th is actually the last day when you are supposed to have received your card. And if after that point you haven't received one, in that moment you are encouraged to reach out and contact them. Now, if you are registered, you should receive the card, is what they're saying, by September 10th. The card, of course, telling you where and when you can vote. If the name and the address on your card are correct and you meet the eligibility criteria stated on the card, then you're ready to go. You bring the card with you along with accepted ID to make the voting process easier when you do go to vote. And of course, again, this is all on the website, elections.ca, further posted to our website on SiouxOnline.com. Now, there are a number of reasons why you may not receive your voter information card in the mail. Maybe, as you have, Colette, maybe you've moved recently and you haven't yet had a chance to register your change of address. So if you don't get a card in the mail and you haven't had an opportunity to contact Elections Canada, you can still vote on election day. There are some ways in which you can go about that. So please do, if you fall into that category, please do go to elections.ca and check out how you can vote without your voter information card.
Okay. Just want to jump to one quick story before we hit some social media this morning. We're doing things a little bit out of sorts. Like I said, we're going to end the show with that interview with Lincoln Loudit.
Oh, that's right,
Just to remind you of some school safety.
Yeah.
So a really important, I saw this come through yesterday, but like I said, we were not newsing yesterday. So Garden River First Nation has joined with the City of Sault Ste. Marie to partner to deliver free energy literacy webinars.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a series too over a few days. So, like I said, they've partnered, which is absolutely wonderful that we're partnering with our First Nation communities. With regards to, so the city has a new community plan for green energy. The Garden River First Nations has their Indigenous Community Energy Plan as well that's recently been updated.
Okay.
So working in conjunction, which is awesome that they're doing that, they're putting on literacy webinars.
Yes.
So we have posted these to the website. There are a few dates: September 22nd, October 3rd, October 27th, November 10th. These will be online as well. They are webinars. And I encourage you to go and read about it and why they're coming together on this issue. The online webinar series will cover a range of topics, including understanding how Ontario's energy system works, new green practices that they're putting into place, homeowners on home energy.
Ooh.
And there's a lot. Seriously, it's going to be a very good series, and I encourage you to go to our website to learn more.
Excellent.
The article title is City of Sault Ste. Marie and Garden River First Nations Partner Up. So please search that on our website today. So, social media, factoid, what do you want to do?
Well, factoid, on this date in 2021, the kids are going back to in-class learning.
Fact. On this date, on 2021, Colette wore a hoodie on television because she spilled coffee all down the front
That's
side
right.
of her shirt.
Okay, so, and Mike's nudging us right along, poking me with the verbal pointed stick. All right. Jim Whitty beats everybody to the punch this morning. He says, morning all. Good morning, Jim.
Oh.
I hope it's a good day for you.
Check this out. Excuse me. Hey, I'm driving the kids. Buses still aren't here.
Nice.
That's my neighbor. Thanks, neighbor. So good start to the day.
Yeah. Jim Whitty, he says, happy after Wednesday. Do you know if that was an acronym? It'd be HA! HA!
Hee-haw!
And it doesn't matter that that's really only funny to me.
That reminds me of my Auntie Mary in Hamilton. She always goes, yee-haw! It just reminded me of it.
Jim Whitty, why do Canadian cowboys have sticky feet? Maple stirrups.
That's actually really cute.
That's funny, yeah. Giselle Tchaikovsky, happy baby Friday, everyone. Yes, Giselle. inching ever closer to the goal. Jim Whitty bids our producer, Mike. Morning, Mike.
Morning, Mike.
Enika, all the way from the Netherlands. 4 exclamation points. I don't even know if I can get there today.
You got it. You got it. I knew
Good
it.
morning,
See?
everyone. Yes. You know, I mean, if you can incorporate a fist in your conversations, I think that if I were on a political debate, I would do more of this.
I would believe you because you're doing that. It's like, you're really powerful.
Because you don't want to point. That can be offensive.
You got 3
But
points.
you can do this.
3
And
point
you
back
can
maybe.
say, and 3, yes.
I've started to do this now. Remember our senior hall? Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm bringing that back.
All right, Margaret McCaig says, good morning, all. Good morning to you, Margaret.
Margaret.
Hey, Pauline Dorothy, right from the beautiful Echo Bay. Good day, ladies. Have a great Thursday.
Thank you. You too.
And you yourself as well, Pauline. It's good to see your name again. Bradley says, good morning with 3 exclamation points. Happy Baby Friday.
Sweet.
Jim Whitty, tagging on Brad. Morning, Brad. Kimberly says, good morning, all. Good morning to you, Kimberly, and a hearty congratulations.
For?
Oh, I'll tell you afterwards.
Oh.
I'm not sure if it's meant to be public and certainly her news to break, but congratulations to you, Mon ami.
Kimberly.
Chris Bridges.
I
Chris
saw
Bridges.
the content, a lot of texting. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. I'm
Good
ready.
morning, friends. Today's fun fact. In 2006, a Coca-Cola employee offered to sell Coca-Cola secrets to Pepsi-Cola.
Oh, get out!
Pepsi responded by notifying Coca-Cola. Ah,
That's like some deep throat stuff,
Aw. But when one big brother reaches out to the other and says, hey, somebody's selling your secrets. Okay.
I remember someone
Keep
sold
him
it.
pushing me along.
I know. Do you remember that the caramel secret? Do you think that'll ever be released?
There's only 3 left. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Mark Jordan. Good morning, Craig, and ladies too. Good morning, Mark.
Morning,
And
Mark.
Sue online, I'm assuming is Craig. Morning, Mark.
Okay. All right.
What?
Harry Wortman. Happy Thursday
She's
morning.
next after Mark Jordan.
Hey, these two fight like crazy.
Ah,
So Mom and
happy
Dad,
Thursday
I don't want you
morning,
guys
all.
to get divorced.
And Joseph Bertrand rounds it
hi,
out
Joseph.
with, hello, everyone. Hello to you, Joseph.
And then
I did get your messages, and I shall respond promptly today.
Thank you,
Okay.
Joseph, for your comments yesterday during our debate.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. See, I'll put on my debate
There's
face
another
again.
one. Debbie Doucette. Did we get Debbie?
Debbie Doucette, well, she hasn't, she's in the void now.
Oh.
Now, Mike, now you tell me.
And you didn't say
More.
anything.
This one and another one.
Morning, everyone. It's a great day for the Dawn Doucette Golf Tournament. Happy first day of
Oh.
school to my Gafferdoony.
It's cute. Gaffer Dooney.
Yes.
Aw.
Yes.
That's a nice, cute little name.
And the last one, Tony Mancuso. Good baby Friday morning, everyone. Have a great day. To yourself as well. Ooh, and I have a correction to make. Yesterday, I did declare Paul Eric Von Voss to be the owner-operator of Driver's Seat.
Yeah.
He is not, in fact, the owner-operator, but is a strong and staunch supporter of the good work that Driver's Seat does in our community.
Oh, good for you, honey.
Yes.
You're such a good person. Okay, we're going to rip to a commercial. When we come back, what are we doing? We're going to highlight the Lincoln Loudon video, like I said, with some school safety. Porter returning to the skies nearly 18 months after grounded due to COVID. And guess what? You can go away and pay later and get your free glass of wine while you do it. You can go on vacation and pay it afterwards. Oh, think about that and we'll be right back.
First Local, supported by James Seaton, Mortgage Specialist. Your new home doesn't come with mortgage advice. I do. Call James Seaton Mortgage Specialist, RBC 705-975-1519.
Just once in a while, at parties and stuff. If that's what your kid says, they'll probably also tell you that it's not a big deal. But that's no reason not to talk about it. You could tell them that you think that's a good thing and that you're really happy they don't use it that often. Then ask them why. Maybe deep down they know it's bad. They just need your help realizing it. From there, it should be pretty easy to drop off the hint that their brain is still growing and that they shouldn't smoke pot. At least not until they're older.
Visit drugfreekidscanada.org for more tools to help start the conversation.
Welcome back. Welcome back,
Welcome
Clara.
back, yeah. Welcome back to Baby Friday. First local morning, September 9th, first day back to school. Is there any more that I can say about this day besides the fact that I blew a sweater halfway through the show?
Oh, I blew a shirt on the way here. I will not miss my 10 a.m., 10:15, 10:30, 11:15 call from Dante every day. What are you doing? What should I do? And I'm thinking, yes, I'm not going to be bothered all day. Before we talk about the COVID numbers for the province, as well as September 30th, that stat holiday that has not been changed, we're going to throw to Craig Huckerby for an update.
Thank you very much, and at least we have some half-decent weather for the kids going back to school today. Temperatures right now around 12 degrees. We should be hitting around 16 degrees later on this afternoon. We'll just take a recap of your 12-hour forecast for you. Sunny skies right now. We are seeing some clouds working their way in. Some of those clouds could produce some isolated showers, so be mindful of that. But for the most part, we're just going to see a mix of sun and cloud. And again, we do have a slight chance of another shower just showing up this evening. But then we start seeing a full clear for Friday. Friday's looking really nice to end the week with plenty of sun and warming temperatures. We'll talk more about that coming up at 5 o'clock on News at Night.
Thank you very much, sir. We're going to talk about September 30th holiday, but COVID. Fill us in on the Heidi numbers, please. With the Heidi numbers from the COVID.
All right. So provincially then, yesterday Ontario did report 554 new cases of COVID-19, 16 more deaths, although they are quick to note that 5 of those deaths occurred more than 2 months ago. These ongoing data cleanups, right? Health Minister Christina Elliott says that of the new cases, 418 are either in people not yet fully vaccinated or people whose vaccination status is in this moment unknown. There are 194 people currently in intensive care units due to COVID-related critical illness, and 8 of those are fully vaccinated, while 7 are partially vaccinated. 113 of those are unvaccinated, and the rest have an unknown vaccination status. There are 115 people on ventilators in the province due to COVID-related critical illness. And Health Minister Christine Elliott does say that nearly 84% of Ontarians have received at least 1 dose of a COVID-19 vaccine, and nearly 77.4% have both doses. And more than 38,000 doses were administered in the previous day.
Good job.
Yeah, wow. There it is.
Those Heidi numbers are getting up there.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about the September 30th holiday. Before you have to go, we did bring that to you, that it was the Reconciliation Day of honoring our Indigenous Canadians who have gone through the horrific events that happened in history, and to take this date to honor them.
Yeah.
We read it as a sad holiday. We didn't even know anything about it.
No.
Changes have been made to that, and I think you have those. Sorry.
Yes. It's actually not going to be a provincial statutory holiday in Ontario.
No.
And this has been confirmed. They actually used one of my pictures of Doug Ford. He was looking very somber. Very somber.
And tans, right? Is that one of those tan ones?
No, this is an older picture because I've already used it, yeah.
Okay.
So Ontario will not then be making September 30th National Truth and Reconciliation Day a provincial statutory holiday.
Yeah.
And this was issued in a statement to various media outlets. And a spokesperson for Indigenous Affairs Minister Greg Rickford said National Day for Truth and Reconciliation is not a public holiday this year. They did say employers and employees may agree to treat this day as such, and some may be required to do so if it has been negotiated into collective agreements or employment contracts. Federally regulated employees such as federal government and bank employees are governed by the Canada Labour Code, so it will be different for them.
Okay.
They have confirmed that Ontario is working in collaboration with Indigenous partners, survivors, and affected families to ensure respectful commemoration of this day within the province, similar to what is offered on Remembrance Day.
I was just going to say, this just sounds like Remembrance Day. And like I said before, you know what? If you're going to take your children, to take your family or loved ones to learn more about the Indigenous community and what happened that day, I think that's awesome. If not, go to work or school. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Okay.
First Local, supported by Rick Mooney, sales representative for Street City Realty. Sold, the sign you want, Rick, the realtor you need.
Every day, people in crisis need someone to answer their call for help, to let them know they're not alone. Whenever people need someone, the Canadian Red Cross is there, on the phone lines and the front lines, around the world and here at home. But none of it would be possible without people just like you. No matter who you are, you have something to give. You can be that someone with the Canadian Red Cross. Learn more at redcross.ca/someone.
First Local, supported by Tammy Ovey. Are you looking for an agent who confidently knows the culture and community of Sault Ste. Marie? Call Tammy Ovey, 705-971-0171.
Rollers Bocce is now open, located downstairs at the Marconi. If you're new to bocce or love the game, Rollers is the place for you. Grab your friends and family and let the good times roll. Book your court today at rollersbocce.ca.
We are back. Thank you very much for joining us on this fine Baby Friday, September the 9th. You are watching First Local on TV. We are going to throw to an interview that we did last week with Communications Manager Lincoln Loudit from the Police Services, who discusses the importance of bicycle safety right now. A lot of kids are choosing to ride their bikes to school as opposed to sitting on the school bus with the recycled air. And as well as some changes throughout the city to a couple pedestrian walkways. So for the next 8 minutes, you are going to be watching this video. Please pay attention as there are some very important messages from the police services. Back, it is Friday, September the 3rd. Heidi has not disappeared and turned into a man. This is Lincoln Loudit. He's Communications Manager for Police Services and a trained broadcast journalist. So I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate your credentials as well. And not only that, you keep our community safe, and you help to communicate what's going on. And you also have children, do you not?
I do. I have two small guys. They're 5 and 3.
And is the 5-year-old, what would he be in? SK?
He'll be going into senior kindergarten.
Oh my gosh,
yep, big year.
Senior. Oh, you know what? The tears when they had their graduation from SK to 1 is still hurts. Still pulls on the heartstrings. Okay, so we have Lincoln in today to talk about. First of all, I want to thank you for always responding to all of our requests, by the way, because it makes our job a lot easier. And also, but we're going to steer away from anything like that. What we want to talk about is school safety, school bus safety, crossing safety.
Yes.
So I'm going to open the floor to you. You start, and let's talk school safety.
Well, thanks so much for having us. Obviously, schools are going back into in-school learning next week. I believe everybody starts on the 9th. That's when my little guy gets to go back to school.
The countdown's on, 100%.
I know obviously we don't know what the school year is going to bring. The last year and a half, 2 years have been unpredictable because of our current COVID situation, but obviously we're going to have children going back to schools. We know that children can be unpredictable at the best of times, so we obviously urge everyone that's traveling on our streets, people driving in cars, cyclists, to be extra vigilant, especially the first couple weeks of school, because kids are, I know my son is incredibly excited to be going back to school,
so is mine.
to see his friends,
absolutely.
and they don't always pay attention, right? So we want people to be mindful that there's going to be little people out there that are going back to school, and I know my guy's got to cross the street to get on the bus.
Yes, so does mine.
So we want everybody to be careful there. There obviously are consequences to not stopping for a school bus.
Yeah, and I want to get into those consequences, but just to point out too, like you said, school's been out for quite some time, so drivers aren't as alert perhaps, or recognizing that there's a lot of little people around. So there will be a lot more people around, and those school buses will be out and about. So let's talk about school bus safety.
Yeah, and even talking with officers, Colette, to be honest with you, when they pull somebody over that hasn't stopped for a school bus, sometimes people go, what school bus? Like, we take for granted that it's a 20-foot long big yellow thing, but people get so caught up in what they're doing, where they're heading, that they just kind of they forget, and we really want people to be vigilant. We don't want to see anybody injured, especially children during the back to school time. Absolutely. So that's one of the big things that we really do urge people. Obviously, parents play a role in that as well.
Yes, they do.
Have a conversation with your kids, with young people in your lives about looking both ways before they cross the street, or if they have to cross an intersection at a crosswalk, make sure you wait for, I tell my son, look for the guy that's walking on the sign, not the hand that says no. So those are conversations you can have as well. Crossing guards, we don't want to forget our friends that are the crossing guards that help kids cross safely. When they go into an intersection, I know the one up on Pine Street is a busy one next to St. Paul's.
Yes, it is.
You see the crossing guard come out with the stop sign, like they're in charge of that intersection, so make sure that you're paying attention to them so that our children can cross safely and they can enjoy their school year, fingers crossed, in person.
And also, exactly. Also remind you to everybody, they're wearing masks, our little guys getting on this school bus. So it's a distraction. It is, sometimes you have glasses, and I don't know if you wear glasses, Lincoln, but when I put mine on, it's like, I can't see anything.
There are so many factors involved right now that it's just, we just want people to take that extra minute to get to where you're going. Everybody's always in a hurry to get to where they need to go.
That's so true.
But just take that extra minute to make sure everybody gets to their destination safely.
Okay. What other school safety procedures or precautions should we look out for, and anything else that you can educate us on?
Yeah, well, obviously the school bus stuff is kind of a high priority because that's how a lot of kids get to school.
Absolutely.
However, last year, when children were going back to school for the first time in a while, we got calls from parents saying that we're not going to put our kids on a school bus. There's going to be an increased number of kids actually riding their bikes to school.
Okay.
So I know in the community that we have more bicycle lanes. So, we're just trying to urge everyone to, be mindful of that. Bicycles have a right to be on the road as well. Be courteous when you're in a vehicle. You're in a big machine, so be courteous with people that are taking their bicycles to wherever they're going.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that was something that came up last year, was that to expect an increased number of children on our roads riding their bicycles because parents weren't comfortable with them on the bus.
You know what? I never gave that any thought. That's a great point.
And another thing I think that's new this year too is that the city has established a greater number of school zones with reduced speed limits. So generally speaking in Sault Ste. Marie, if the speed is not posted, the speed limit is 50 kilometers an hour.
Okay.
However, in these school zones, which it will be posted, the speed limits are now 40 kilometers an hour. So just an extra added safety measure to try to keep our children safe is reduce speeds in all areas where schools are. So be mindful that if you're in an area where there's a school, that the speed limit is likely has been reduced to 40 kilometers an hour. And obviously, drive accordingly. We're going to head into the fall, so your car's going to be, you've probably noticed the last couple weeks, your car's all fogged up in the morning.
Yes. So I blame Craig for that every morning.
Blame the weather, guys.
I know,
I fully
right?
support that.
I know, like he has anything to do with it.
So wipe your windows down or let your car warm up a little bit so that your windows aren't foggy. Obviously, winter safety is a whole other thing. Once we get there, let's, not too soon. Hopefully we enjoy a few more weeks of nice weather.
The bad juju, no, for sure.
Yes.
Is there anything else you can share with us? That was a great point with regards to cycling, our kids cycling to school, because again, some parents are uncomfortable putting their kids on the bus with, let's be honest, recycled air, right? And our 12 and unders are unable to, or 11 and unders, I think it's probably more appropriate to say, are not vaccinated right now, so let's keep them safe. You mentioned something that I want to say. Dante goes to St. Basil's, and what I found was kind of cool. They don't allow kids to walk to school or back to school, so I want to check in and see if they've eased those restrictions. So let them bike to school.
One other thing actually I can say is, we did an initiative, I think it was a couple years ago in November, with the first ever pedestrian crossover. So we're all familiar in Sault Ste. Marie with the crosswalks. Those are the ones that at stoplights with the little guy walking or the hand, right? But we also have, I think there's 5 or 6 now, they're called pedestrian crossovers. It's pretty new to Sault Ste. Marie, it's only a couple years old, but in Southern Ontario they do a lot of these. It's different spots on the roadways that have the flashing light and markings on the roadway for people to cross, not at stoplights. So these are called pedestrian crossovers. So it's taken people a little bit of time to get used to some of these, but essentially it is, I will show up to one of these crossovers, I push a button, lights flash a little bit, and then it's up to the pedestrian to know what's going on too, but wait for vehicles to stop and then cross. So that's another thing for motorists, is be mindful of these new pedestrian crossovers. I say new, sort of
new to Sault Ste. Marie.
It's been a couple of years, but it's still something that people take a little bit of time to familiarize themselves with these types of things. So try to be cognizant of those as well. There's one by St. Basil's, which kind of jogged my memory on St. George's Avenue there. So those are other ways that kids that are walking to school will be using these road safety measures to try to get to their schools. So anybody that's driving in an area that has one of these pedestrian crossovers, please know that it's there and anticipate. I take that route home into work quite often. And when I go around the corner, I'm like, there's a crossover. So it's like, look left, Is anybody there? Look right, is anybody there? No, okay, then you're good to go.
Good.
So it's just another measure that the city's put in place to help pedestrians cross roads more safely.
That's a great point, Lincoln. All great points this morning. I really appreciate you joining us today. Again, school bus safety, crossing safety. Educate your children, stop, look, and listen.
Yes.
If I can go back to my SK days. So I wish your son well in SK, and I know that you've been working from home, so this might give you a little bit of a break coming up next week too. So Lincoln Loudit from the Police Services Comms Manager, thank you so much for being here today, Lincoln, and thanks for supporting Sioux Online and on TV. We'll be going to take a quick commercial. Lincoln is going to turn into Heidi, and then we're going to hit up some more local news.
Welcome back. Thank you very much for being here with us on this fine Thursday, the September the 9th, first day back to school for our kiddies. Just to remind you to have a little more patience on the road, as Lincoln had just mentioned. Have some patience with when you're behind the school bus, wait for the kids to come on and off, and just remember, kids are fighting that little mask that they have to wear as well, so their vision might be limited looking for you, so look out for them. Porter Airlines and Air Canada Rouge flights have resumed for the first time in months. This is going to be a staggered start for Porter. Toronto, Montreal, Ottawa, and Thunder Bay are the first to restart today, followed by other Canadian destinations, Halifax, Quebec, St. John's, and Moncton, New Brunswick. Those are going to be destinations in which Porter will fly to within the next 10 days. And then following that, barring no issues, that will return on September the 17th to New York, Washington, and Chicago, while year-round destinations for Porter will resume on October the 6th. Porter says it has enhanced its health standards with high levels of sanitization to protect passengers, employees, so maybe more hand sanitizing stations once you walk onto the plane, once you provide your passport. Porter says it has also employees must be fully vaccinated or present negative COVID-19 tests administered within 72 hours of their shift. You will be reminded right now that the province did put out the vaccination policy passport per se. We do have some information today with regard to that digital digital card that's coming out. Look for that on our news this hour, every hour beginning at 11 a.m. today. And join us at 5 o'clock tonight when we bring you your evening news. A little bit more about the return of Air Canada's leisure airline, which is called Rouge. They return service on Tuesday for flights between Toronto and Las Vegas, Orlando, and Regina, with other southern destinations being added to in September. So again, we will remind you that we will be live every hour this morning, bringing you all of your news and facts. We are going to be talking about that digital print, which includes our passport, where we're going to have all of our information stored and what that means for us, as well as don't forget that GFL is hosting the pop-up COVID-19 vaccination clinics. Get vaccinated and do your due diligence. We will be back tomorrow, Heidi and Colette. We do hope you have a great Baby Friday, and we'll see you for the real Friday tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Have a great day.